But another auto sales number, and this one that clicked positively, Escorts. That stock has risen significantly after reporting strong November sales with an over 50% YOY rise to over 8,000 units. The 3-month average sales total to 31,000 plus units compared to under 20,000 in the same period last year. Bharat Madan, CFO of Escorts, joins us on the phone line. Mr. Madan, good morning. Thanks much for joining us. Well, actually, tractors stand alone in terms of their performance. We've not had very good performances coming in from CVs, commercial vehicles and personal vehicles. Can you tell us how the situation on the ground is? Does it look good to continue at this run rate?
Well, I think if you look at our market, especially I think in the north and central India, where we've seen most of the growth coming in the industry and in the festive season. So we think that demand remains strong. I think given the background, but we had a good monsoon over here and looked like a good Rabi season coming forward. So we think, I think the growth momentum should continue at least till Q1 of next year.
Okay, Mr. Madan, good morning. So when you say growth momentum should continue, year to date, the tractor sales have gone up by in excess of 25%. What kind of growth can you sustain by the end of FY19? Will it be 20% plus?
Well, I think we had given an expectation that the season will see very good growth rate coming, especially the Q3, given the low base and the change of festive season which happened compared to the last year. But having said that, obviously the last quarter will be a bit of challenge because the base is already very high. So overall, still, I think for the full year, we had given a guidance of 12 to 14% growth for the industry. And we think that given the situation which is now, till YTD, we've seen about 14% growth already happening in the industry. So and if we assume slightly lower growth going forward to a single digit, still we think, I think maintaining 12-13% sort of growth rate should be possible for this industry overall.
Mr. Madan, how will margins pan out? I mean, there has been a bit of a dip in commodity prices. Will that mean that your margins will be maintained, will be better?
Well, normally, like we had given a guidance for this year for our margin improvement of about 100 basis points. And so far, I think in the first half, we have seen the improvement is slightly better than that. Though again, having said that, in the second half, last year was pretty strong for us. So the base is already very strong. But we're still guiding for the similar numbers, I think the margin improvement. And obviously, if the deflation continues on commodity side, that should really help the industry.
Things like interest rates and NBFC issues don't worry you all.
So on tractor, we've not seen much impact happening on the NBFC issue. There's some bit of impact on the construction equipment side, but that's again not very strong. Few NBFCs we've seen some impact is coming in, but otherwise it looks very decent for the credit availability.
How have the rural market trends been? I mean, the last Kharif crop yield was pretty good. Also, we understand that the outgoing Rabi season has been pretty good as well. Will that result in higher demand, you think?
Yeah, so like I said, we think the Rabi season should do well, and obviously the next year will depend a lot on a lot of uncertainties around monsoon, how it will pan out, with the El Nino impact will sustain to the season and the election coming up. So I think till Q1 we are still thinking at good growth momentum to continue on the back of strong Rabi season coming in.
All right, Mr. Madan, pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us with your quick take on the tractor numbers for November, and that's an outstanding number, actually 50% higher year on year. We will take a break on that note. We are coming back with yet another very important person from corporate India. We will be joined by Mr. S. Subramaniam, the CFO of Titan, to talk about